Hey everyone, in this video I want to introduce you to the latest changes that we've made to Loop, and they mainly concern the PDF reports. So there are two things that we've changed. The first thing is the design of the report, which I will show you at the end of the video. But the second thing, and probably the most important thing, is that the reports are now configurable. And I'm going to show you right now what it means. So here we have a project for sports good, which is a fictional sportswear chain, and we have a potential location in Potsdam, and we want to print a report for a stakeholder. So now you have this new button here, Generate PDF Reports, which when you click on it, you have this new window that pops up. So the first thing that you'll need to do to print a report is to configure it. And that means to basically select the content that from Loop you want to put in the report. And there will be several steps. The first thing that you need to do is to select the data that you want to include in the report. You can include up to 15 data points in the report. Here, for instance, I will basically select everything that's there in my project and go to the next step. The second thing is that you can reorder the data in your PDF report. So for instance, here I will put everything that has to do with traffic data together. I will put the demographic data at the bottom and the POIs together in the middle. The third thing is that you can choose additional features such as the benchmark. So you can include a benchmark, comparison with a benchmark in the report if that's something that's relevant for your use case. And you can also include the rating. So that's if you have a GeoAI prediction that is suited with a rating, you can include it. I don't want any of this in my report here, so I'll just go to the next step, which is about selecting the maps. So in the report, you will find two types of maps, just like before. The first map is what we call a reachability map. To put it in simple terms, this is the map in which you will see the catchments. So you can choose which of your catchments you want to include. So here I have 10 minutes drive, 10 minutes by walk, and 5 minutes walk, and also a radius catchment. I will choose the 5 minutes walk and 10 minutes drive. And I can also choose to show the surrounding locations and show the surrounding POIs, which I will do. I will include them in the report. And I can do the same thing with the satellite map, where I can choose whether I want to show the surrounding locations or not, and surrounding POIs or not. An additional thing that you can do here is that you can select the zoom level at which the map will be captured in the report. So here we have zoom level 14 and zoom level 18. If you have no idea what the right zoom level for your PDF report should be, here is a trick that I personally use to select this, and that's to go to Google Maps. And in the Google Maps URL, you can find the latitude here, 53, longitude 10, 10.68, and then you have here 14Z. And the 14 here is the zoom level. And so here we're looking at 14 zoom level. If I wanted 13, which is a bit higher up, and this is what it would look like. In the report, the defaults are 18 and 14, so this is what 18 would look like with, of course, the satellite layer, and 14 would look like this. So now I can customize this in my report. So I will, for instance, for the satellite, I will put a 17 a bit higher up. And for the reachability map, I think 14 is good enough. And last but not least, you can select the type of content that you want on the map. So which competitors you want to include, or which ones of your own brands you want to include. So that's here. So in my case, I will just keep everything. And also what POIs you want to include. It may be the case that in Loop you have a lot of POIs that are not sorted, and you want only a subset of them in the report. So you can select them here. I will keep the supermarket and fitness center, and I will save this. Last step, I can of course generate the report, which will, as usual, take a bit of time to be exported, which is a good opportunity for me to tell you that this configuration, you need to do it for the first time, and of course we can help you do it if necessary, but once you've done it once, you won't need to do it every time that you export the report. So now I should be able to download, open the report here. So as I said, this is the first page on which you will find all the data that you've selected in the order that you've chosen to put it. So it's a fairly simple page with a new design. On the second page, you will find the map with the catchments. So this orange catchment here is the 5 minutes by walk, and the 10 minutes drive catchment is actually too big to be shown on the map. So I would actually need to take a bigger or higher zoom level, or rather lower zoom level, sorry, to see the entire catchment. So this is something that I could change if I want to re-export the report. And finally, you can see here the satellite map with the POI. So here, for instance, I can see that I have 2 fitness center and 2 supermarkets here. Last but not least, here I also have a logo. This is the logo for the fictional brand that we set up. But you should have your own logo here. And if that's not the case, please get in touch. We can add it ourselves for you. All right. So this is these are the basics of the report. There's still a few things that I need to tell you. The first is that we are doing a few improvements. There will soon be an appendix page on which we put the sources for this for the data that's here. The second thing, and you can see it here on the map, we're doing a few improvements. For instance, with the colors, we're making sure that the colors are a bit more subtle for the catchment. And also you can see at the moment that there is a lot of unfilled hexagons for the for the car catchment. So this is something that we will fix so that it looks much more homogeneous on the map. But the last thing that I want to show you is a bit of cherry on top of the cake, and that's that you can now export the reports and show the data in other languages in Loop. So when you go to the settings, sorry, I'm going a bit slower here. When you go to the settings, you have the customization page here. You will find a new section that's called preferred language, and you will now find German as an available language. When you click on it, you will need to refresh the page to apply the changes. And when you do that, so Loop will refresh, you will see that the data is translated in German. So at the moment it's partially translated in German because we are still in the process of going through this. But more importantly, when you download the reports, the report will be completely in German. So basically now you have a version of Loop and the reports that, so loop is going to be partially in German, where you will find the data in German. The report will be completely in German. And that's very handy if you have stakeholders that only or preferably speak German. I can show you what it looks like. So you can see now that the UI elements are translated in German. We are working on a French translation that will come soon as well. So yeah, stay tuned if that's something you are interested in. I think I've shown you the most important things. So please, as usual, let us know if you have any feedback. It would be greatly appreciated. And yeah, until next time, take care.